Hi all, welcome to our new episode. Please watch the video till the end and like it. If you are a new visitor to our channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe it.
Today we will talk about the US presidential election. First about the process and then about the ongoing presidential election.
Sure. So first about the process. The US presidential election is a bit complex compared to the elections in other countries, including that of India, I would say. So it starts. US presidential election takes place every 4 years on the first Tuesday in November. Okay, and some pre-qualifications are like the candidate should be at least 33 years old and should be a naturally born citizen of the USA and should have been living in the country for at least 14 years and so on. So the first phase of this entire election process starts about 1 year ago, and it starts with the process of the parties. There are only two parties in the US, Democrats and Republicans. This party is nominating their official candidates. One of the candidates or one of the aspirants as the official candidate for the presidential election.
What is a primary and caucus? How do the party select their candidates?
Yeah, so as we said, this first phase is of the parties nominating and selecting their candidate for the presidential election. So now this is done through this two process of caucus and primary. Okay, and what does this two process does is they select delegates who represents the people for selecting the presidential candidate for the party. And these delegates who are selected by the people, the members of the party, would go to a convention where they will endorse and select the final candidate as the presidential candidate for their party. So now just take a let's look at background. Joe Biden was the original nominee of Democrats Party, and Trump has been always their Republicans nominee, though he had competition within the party because there were candidates like Indian origin Vivek Ramasamy, John F. Kennedy Jr. are all vying for the presidential and running for the president's election, and at last Trump was nominated as the official candidate of Republican Party. Joe Biden was unanimously selected, but unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, he had to exit because of his disastrous debate in July, and he had to pave way for his deputy Kamala Harris as their official nominee and the candidate for the presidential election. So now, as we said, this there may be so many aspirants, who would like to run for the president's office, and the parties elect one of them, the most eligible and the most the candidate who stand the chance of winning the election as their official candidate through the process of this primary and caucus.
Okay. Now the candidates are elected by Democratic and Republic parties. What is the next?
Yeah, so once the candidates are selected, endorsed, and officially announced, then the intense campaign starts. Okay, and it's the campaigns includes rallies, debates, advertisements, social media campaigns, fundraising, endorsements, and so on. Okay, it's an intense activity which involves a lot of investment, a lot of money, a lot of supports, a lot of endorsements, and so on. Now, One of the key elements in this entire process is a presidential debate which happens in September and vice presidential debates which happens in October. And this year's presidential debate is scheduled for 10th September, which is Tuesday, hosted by ABC television. And this is going to be a deciding factor in this current election. And see, the thing is, this is where actually people will get to know of the presidential candidates stand on things which matters to them personally and the country as a whole. Because in India, in US, not only the economy, the inflation, the internal matters which matters, the external foreign policy matters also matter a lot. Because there are some people who want USA to be very powerful. I mean, continue to be the most powerful country, though it is challenged by other countries recently, and people think that US has been waning in power, and they want that, and some want USA to come out of other countries, like they, I mean, they don't want to wage war, they don't want to support Israel, they don't want to be our troops in Iraq, and so on. These are all things which matters. So this debates will actually help voters take stand actually. So Trump, for example, has solid stand on economy, inflation, business, and relationship with other countries, immigration, US Brazil border issue, which has been there for a long time, and so on. And we still don't know what kind of stand Kamala Harris has. Maybe she may be a recent entrant into that the election process, and we don't know. But this debate will actually bring that out. That is very key and crucial for in this entire election process. Now, uh, that said, there are few more things we'll have to keep in mind. That there will be a lot of industries, a lot of businesses, a lot of other countries, also supporting each candidates, because U.S. election matters not only to the U.S., to the other countries, other the businesses in other countries, and a lot of the economy of other countries and so on.
What exactly is the Electoral College?
Yeah, so see, in US, these presidents are not elected directly by the people. The people don't vote for the candidate directly. See, they elect electors, okay, who are actually the representatives of. They represent the Congress. The Congress meaning the Senate, House of the Senate, as well as the House of Representatives, the two wings of Congress, which is the Parliament of the U.S. Now, based on see, Senate, for example, has two fixed electors, whereas House of Representatives is based on the number of senators is based on the population of the state. Okay, so the total electorates of the state is decided by that two factor, and they are elected by the people. These electors are actually elected by the people directly, and these electors elect the presidents. Okay, so there are total 538 electors all over the country, and out of that, whoever gets 270 electors votes will win the election. That's the process.
Okay. What is the final step?
The final step is once the candidate wins the election by 270 or more electors votes, they will be inaugurated. The president, he will be the person will be inaugurated as the president on the 20th January of the following year, and the person will take oath by the Chief Justice of the USA, and the official 4 year term will start from that day.
Okay. Now, touch upon the 60th election, presidential election between Trump and Kamala Harris. No?
Yeah. So see, it's who is going to win, I mean, who is supposed to win. We don't know actually. We still don't have. We don't. We have clues actually. Maybe it cannot be. It's too early to predict that. It's 2 more months to go. And see, when Joe Biden was was the Democrats candidate, Trump was leading by miles. Okay, but after Kamala Harris got the nomination, the thing started behaving differently because there the gap was narrowing, and Kamala Harris and Trump was neck to neck. And at times, in the recent times, Kamala Harris is actually having an edge or a narrow edge over Trump in many polls. And not only that, in US there are some states which are called swing states, meaning they are the key states in the presidential election. See, other states normally have a trend of voting for one party, either Democrats or Republic. But the swing states actually swings between these parties, in different elections. So whoever gets more votes from these swing states are supposed to win the presidential election. Now, currently, um, Harris is actually leading in majority, more number of swing states. So, which means, as of now, Kamala Harris is actually leading by a thin margin. That could what we could say. But this debates will actually can change the entire scenario. And also, one more thing we need to keep in mind is that Kamala Harris has an advantage of age. She is about 18 years younger than Trump. And Trump has a lot of litigation against him, cases against him, and he has been charged for a lot of so many irregularities and all sort of things. That's all there. But he has a very solid support from certain sections of the U.S. citizens who are against immigrations, U.S. border problems, and the waning power of U.S. and so on. Okay, and they are the ones. And also Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, one of the most influential person in the world, who was X, the earlier Israel Twitter, um, at his disposal, which can influence what is in US. So Elon Musk is a solid supporter of Trump, and in not only with the money but also with the influential X platform. Now, and Elon Musk has actually painted Kamala Harris as a communist, a left-wing candidate, and this is all which will will decide actually how
Oh,
the people will vote the electors and how the electors will vote the president.
who is leading now here, Trump or Harris? What is your opinion?
Yeah, so as we said, if we look at whatever we said so far, Kamala Harris is leading by thin margin, but with a margin of error. But it is still, I will say, it's a
Trump.
bit too, it's bit early for that. Let's wait for that election. I mean, presidential debate, and but look at this prediction by Alan. Lecture, often called the Nostradamus of US election, who predicted 9 out of 10 past presidential election correctly. Okay, so let's wait and see whether his tally will be 9 out of 11 or 10 out of 11. Okay,
Okay.
so we will come back with another video, maybe probably on the US elections or a lot of other subjects coming up. And see, in between, before we wind up, one point, we made a lot of videos recent times on other subjects like Kolkata rape case, Hema committee
Commission.
report, and the bulldozer politics in the North Indian states. See, now in that video touching upon the bulldozer politics or actions, we asked why court is not taking any Zomato action on this illegal activities being performed by the state governments. So now at the in the recent, I mean, after that, we read news about Supreme Court intervening and issuing guidelines for such demolitions. That's the good news. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
watching us.
watching us. We will come soon with another video.
Thank you.
Thank you.